Hello, welcome to a new episode of the Daa Cast exhibition series. We're currently sitting at the Can You See Me new exhibition of Daa Art Gallery, and I'm here with Naila Hazell, one of the participating artists. Hello, Naila.
Hello, Vittoria.
How are you today?
I'm all right. Happy to be here.
Good. I'm glad that you are. Could you tell us a little bit about your practice in general, and then maybe we can dive onto more specific things?
In general, I work with oil paint, acrylic, and working on linen canvases and I do figurative art more. And lately, I start doing installations and a little bit of performance.
Yeah, like this one that we have over here.
Anyway, I can express my artistic.
Yeah. So it's one of the first times, as you mentioned, that you do an installation that we've also included in the exhibition, but you've done it specifically for a photo shoot, after which you've created some paintings, some figurative paintings that are also in the show.
Yeah, it was part of conditional and unconditional love, which is also related to the painting called The Kiss, and it still continues. I'm doing new pieces relating into that theme. So yeah, I actually blended. It was two different installations, and as you see, the lighter bit was unconditional love, representing that feeling, and then I blended it with my conditional love because they actually stand next to each other, so you can't separate them. They work together, so it's become a one piece now.
It's become one together, yeah. And you've done also a performance at our opening night with the installation.
That was a brave move.
Yes.
For me. I was always interested in. I was actually inspired by Marina Abramovic. I read her book last summer on my holidays, and I was just fascinating how brave she is doing this, performances. And yeah, I was quite inspired by her. And then I was always with dancing, the contemporary dance movements, and I enjoy this energy flow goes when you are connected to yourself through the music, and it's kind of part of way of performing, isn't it? Hold passion. Hold my hands. I remember you were calling me and asking me to intimacy. I was saying this lullaby for you on the phone, and you were listening. Then afterwards, when we get together, you were asking me to sing it together. You feel it just. Even more, I was in the institute. Your eyes for you and for you too. We are the shining stars. We are the moon. So for me, it was my first performance was about love. What is needed to have a successful relationship, which is commitment. It's like a triangle: commitment, intimacy, and passion. So these three vital has to be work so you can have successful relationship. But again, it's also relate to your own anxieties, own problems, insecurities, and all this stuff. When you have these three things going on in your life, and it just still doesn't work because you have to fix something within yourself, and that's why this looks like intestines. So it's not actually outside world; it's actually inside, and the way to express it was only, I call the sausages, blended blending them, and but yeah, it's it actually
Yeah, like sort of like the guts, like kind of how the entire
it's all,
intestine looks.
everything relate there.
Mhm.
Everything it's from your stomach, comes from your stomach. Where
Yeah.
you feel like sick, you feel you lose your appetite when you're sad, or something stuck in your head, in your thoughts, and you cannot get away from it. It's all within. It's all happening inside.
And the performance that you've done was the first one that you ever done for like a public setting.
Yes.
So obviously we're very honored that you've done it with us.
Oh my God, thank you for giving me that chance. You know, I'm the person, I love taking challenges. And in anything in life, I will risk. I think taking a risk is the big, if you don't take a risk, you never know what will happen.
Yeah.
So,
you always wonder what,
absolutely.
how it could have gone.
And I needed to do this performance because I had like 3 days I couldn't eat. I was having a terrible headaches because I was like, what have I done? I'm committed.
Oh, no.
I told her I'm doing this. You know, I was like,
I'm sad to know you were sick because of it.
I was literally couldn't sleep, couldn't eat. But then when I was in the stage, I felt, now I realize why Marina Abramovic was constantly putting herself into this environment with the public.
Endurance, in building endurance.
People.
Yes.
I can see it now because as soon as I did it, I was actually staring everyone's eyes when I was saying why I failed. What did I do? Who am I? You know, that wasn't me. It was everyone's eyes. It was such a powerful thing. Like, and can you see me? And everyone, like, I could read. Some people say they actually hide their eyes connection. There wasn't. Comfortable, but they felt what it is about.
Yeah.
So
it looked so natural as well. I mean, it felt. I guess that when you're in the moment, it's more.
Absolutely, and then the energy, the adrenaline comes through your body.
Of course, you forget about everything
in that space with other people because you are committed. You have to do it properly, and when you're there, you get unbelievable strength to do that. You know.
Yeah.
It was amazing. I would love to do it again. Actually, as soon as it finished, I want more.
Oh, great! It means it went well. Like. So you feel better about it after as well.
Why I failed? I'm sorry. What did I do? I just loved. I just loved endlessly. I just loved unconditionally. It's so tough. Why did I fail? I'm so tough. Yes, and also it's activated more ideas in my head. Like I just want to do more. I want to dive deeper. I want to.
Okay, great. Well, positive ending
absolutely
to the anxiety.
I was writing since then, and like dreams and everything related creative expression. And I said, I have to write it down. I have to do it. This is a good idea, and this will touch other hearts. And you know, it's just amazing.
That's really good to know.
Thank you.
I'm glad. And so going back to this piece, of course, it was done. Maybe tying it to the paintings that you are known for as well, and that are obviously also in the exhibition. This was done as 2 separate pieces to go with the photo shoots that you've done, because in your practice you typically first take a photograph of a moment that you strongly relate to. That maybe we usually call Naila's moments.
Well, you've been in one of those moments.
I have been in one of those moments, yes. In the kiss. In the kiss, yes. Very honored. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And yes, so you take these photos and then you recreate them, obviously with your take, because you don't just translate photograph to canvas, but you influence it also with your emotions and what you're going through, and you do all these portraits of people that you're close with.
It's such a amazing experience to set it like you're staging, like it's like a theatrical. You stage these people, positions and their hands and arms. You decide how the neck has to turn, how you're actually creating this composition, which it has to, like orchestra, they have to play the same music. They can't be out of tune. So your eyes composition have to well prepared to put this all models and figures together. So you can visualize that it's the next painting. So that's why I take like 100 photos And then I go through, oh my God, this face not good. Oh my God, this hand's wrong. And I change it.
Yeah, maybe you take from another
from
photos.
The other photo shoots. And then at the color wise also I decide sometimes I'm not exactly. And also the colors on the photo shoot, I try to use my own colors, or just like different projectors with the different color shades. And I play around with my camera, walking around and taking photos. So yes, it's this beautiful process. And then all these resources I use it for a year. I can bring out 10, 15 paintings because sometimes I can zoom into one portraiture in the painting. Oh my God, this is a moment. I just want to paint this part. Sometimes I take 5 figures off and 2 figures stays, it's just depending on the mood.
You play with it, yes.
And the theme wise, what is relate, that all these photo shoots relates into my theme. So I just pick up the bits.
Yeah. Well, as a personal experience as well, when you were doing the photo shoot and you invited us over, like your friends, people that you've known for a while, and with this connection, people that you have this connection with, it was very, as you said, like very theatrical, because you turned in your living room, there were drapery everywhere, different lights, and you kept on changing the lights and telling us where to put our hands, how to twist our face. So it was very, we were really there in the moment, and it was like, it felt really theatrical, as you said that word. It was
absolutely. It's not just to come into the photo shoot. I want people to experience something. So that's why we did the circle time. We did cacao ceremony, and then I gifted everyone with the cards, which was printed realistic heart shape in blue. So I did a liner cut. I printed out on the cards and give everyone, and I asked everyone, write your love letter to yourself. How much you love yourself. Please write it on this letter. So it's already leaving some beautiful expression in people's hearts. So when they leave that ceremony, they're like, now I have homework. I go back home. I need to write love letter to myself, or whoever you want to send.
Just for some context, the cacao ceremony that you just mentioned, when we arrived, when we were all there, we sat in a circle and you gifted us some chocolates and you gave us these cards and we talked a little bit and then we started the photo shoot. It was like a nice introduction to the evening, to make us at ease, and maybe if there was someone that didn't know another person, we all introduced each other.
That's also another thing. Like I created this community. All these people knows me. They start knowing each other and become a friends, and that's amazing to witness that. And like I know a lot of people now, when they see each other, they talk about their lives, their past, and future plans. And I'm just there as observing all these moments. Like, wow, I put these people together.
Yeah, it's beautiful to bring people together. Yeah,
it's amazing. I mean, it's creating a beautiful, friendly community. Within other communities, it's beautiful.
Yeah, bringing people together, definitely.
Definitely. I think it's another purpose of my life, bringing people together.
Gorgeous,
through the paintings, through the performance.
Beautiful. But you don't only take photos of settings that you create. Like for this example, you also sometimes walking in the street, you see a beautiful reflection or a beautiful fabric, a beautiful person, and you might quickly take a photo of that and recreate that as well.
Yeah, I did it previously because before I focused in people faces and gestures and movements. Before that, I was doing Naila Moments, which was like beautiful restaurants and coffee shops and streets, and I loved the light reflections, compositions, and color matchings, all this. It was my education. I did master degree on art, I did fine arts, and all what I learned, it was like again, I was talking this morning about experiences. Whatever you experience in your life, it just comes up on the next level. So when I see this, I had this experience, I know this good composition, good light, and taking photos, and it's just happened, painting. And the good thing is about that Naila Moments, I did it a lot previously. And when people was going to the restaurants or having a coffee, they were calling me, Naila, I just see the moment.
I see your moment.
Exactly Naila moment. And I was like, I don't need to paint anymore. Naila moments, because people already knows how Naila moments look like.
Yeah, you've installed them in their heads. Yeah.
So you don't need to paint because you already gave them that experience, so they can see that composition.
Oh, nice.
I was like, as soon as I heard it a couple of times, I stopped doing Naila moments.
And then you switched to
Because
another
I said,
type of.
I think I've done something very important, and
Ah, that's beautiful.
My place done.
Gorgeous.
No, more focused, different stuff. Yeah.
Great. Okay, great. What are your next steps then in your career?
That's really challenging question, because I was asked this a couple of months ago, and my ego was fighting. So how can you ask me what's your next step? What do you mean? Oh my God! Probably the person will listen to that, and we will have a call and talk about it. But yes, my next step actually is what I'm taking now, and with this kiss painting and installations and performances, and I can already see where this is taking me. It's just maybe it's amateur. It's just new. I'm doing it, but I know I can improve it and get stronger.
Well, you're drawing from it because you said you started writing and you're thinking about next performances. So yeah, it's a start to a new chapter that obviously draws from the previous ones. And you said that you have all the photos from the photo shoot that you have to also start painting.
Yeah, I did actually recently a new photo shoot, and color wise, I did something crazy. Very flat colors, no forms, no shapes, just a flat. And some bits was like really realistic. I think that's also part of something I'm moving into. So yeah, next step. There's always next step now. I know that.
Great.
So yeah.
Well, can't wait to see
it. But you
it.
have to keep doing it.
Of course.
Practicing, keep working, keep thinking, keep digging. This is how next step comes over. If you stop doing, it's not going to happen.
Great. Well, can't wait to see it.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. Thank you.
And thank you to everyone for watching.
Thank you.